First, before I get started, I have to give a huge shout out to Helen Short for sending me this particular story that is coming from the UK. Now, it's amazing how full circle everything has become when I had talked about that story involving how 45 wants to eliminate welfare and who gets the most welfare and who steals and commits welfare fraud the most, and I said it was the Jews. Well, here we have this story coming out of the UK, and you can see by the title, it says shameless family swindled £400,000 in disability benefits and splashed the money on Rolexes, a fitted kitchen, and lavish trips to Dubai, Las Vegas, and Antarctica. I'm trying to figure out where in the hell can you go in Antarctica? It's nothing but frozen water, ice, with whatever's left of it, and polar bears. But I guess they wanted to go and be with their family members, because you know what I mean. Now, in case you're wondering, £400,000 in U.S. currency is over $500,000. I'm sorry, not over a half, but a little over $500,000. 538,960 to be exact. How much you want to bet that by the time I get to the end of this article, nothing will have happened to this family? No charges, nothing. But we'll see. A shameless family at the head of a $400,000 benefit and tax fraud ring lived a jet-setting lifestyle while claiming they were unable to work. Business owner Bernard Knutson, age 68, dodged his taxes over a 7-year period while also claiming income support, council tax benefit, and later pension credit over a decade. His wife Maureen helped run his businesses, they should have put that in quotations, a bar called Chaplin's and a garage in Toxta, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, while their daughter Kelly helped her parents launder the excess cash. The women also cheated the benefits system. The scam came crashing down in April last year when Bernard owned a bar and a garage and Kelly were arrested in Liverpool and Maureen was picked up at Manchester Airport returning from a holiday to Las Vegas. Police searched the couple's home in Liverpool and found £39,500 in cash, Rolex watches worth £15,000, and a number of gold sovereigns stashed in Bernard and Maureen's bedroom. Yesterday, Bernard was jailed for 4 years at Liverpool Crown Court after admitting 3 tax fraud and 6 benefit fraud offenses. Maureen, 63, was jailed for 3 years. Also, a jury also convicted her of benefit fraud and tax fraud. Mother of 5, Kelly, age 39, sobbed with relief as Judge Rachel Smith sentenced her to 21 months in prison, suspended for 2 years after she was convicted of money laundering and benefit fraud. Kevin Slack prosecuting said the fruits of Bernard Knutson's tax evasion enabled him and Maureen Knutson to enjoy lavish holidays. During the trial, it emerged that the Knutsons had traveled to Dubai in March 2008 and March 2009 to attend the Dubai World Cup, a horse racing event. The court will recall the aggrieved tones in which Maureen wrote her subsequent letter of complaint to the travel agents expressing her dismay at the VIP treatment they had expected not being available to them. See, Mr. Slack told the court none of this affluence prevented Bernard Knutson dishonestly claiming means-tested Social Security benefits. In total, the Knutsons evaded £278,000 in tax on their businesses, while Bernard and Maureen received £85,000 in various benefits they were not entitled to. Mr. Slack and Bernard began claiming income support in 2004, where he claimed he was unable to work due to diabetes, gout, and spinal injuries. Now, wouldn't that be interesting if he ended up getting one of the 3 things in real life because he lied all that time? They usually say something that you lie about having that you don't really have will eventually come and get your ass later down the line. Bernard claimed to have no savings, no bank account, and failed to declare his income from the garage or Chaplin's bar, which he bought in 1999. Between 2009 and 2014, the garage alone brought in £1.7 million in revenue, making a profit of £321,000. Kelly Knutson of Anfield failed to declare paid work at Chaplin's bar and rental income from a property she owned and illegally received £54,000 in benefits. She also allowed her bank account to be used to hide £50,000 of her parents' criminal gains. The court heard that the couple were no strangers to fraud, with Maureen jailed in 2005 for her role in a £1.6 million scam involving a crooked Norwich union worker while Bernard was convicted of helping her launder money. Christopher Stables, representing Bernard, told the court his client was in poor health, having undergone surgery for both a benign brain tumor and a bowel cancer in recent years. Well, how about that? Mr. Stables said Mr. Knudsen feels a degree of responsibility for the predicament of his co-defendants, his wife and daughter, particularly his wife, and wishes me to make it absolutely clear he does not blame her and he knows he should take responsibility himself. Damian Nolan, representing Maureen, said his client suffered from arthritis and other conditions and said she still had positive elements to her character. Louise Santamera, representing Kelly, said her client suffered from anxiety and depression and was now £20,000 in debt relating to council tax arrears and credit cards. Well, whose fault is that? Mr. Santamera said Kelly's 5 children would be hit hard if their mother and both grandparents were jailed. Judge Rachel Smith, passing sentence, said this was a sophisticated fraud in the sense that property was purchased and placed in alternative names. Important licensing and operating regulations were put into other names, and money was moved around, including in relation to Kelly Knudsen's conviction of laundering the proceeds of the crimes of her parents. I don't feel sorry for not near one of them. That's exactly what all of them get. So if they got all the stuff that they claim that they received, which I don't believe, oh well. All I could think of when I think of something like this is Bernie Madoff and what he did. I still think that some of his family, if not all of them, knew about his dirty dealings. After all, he did commit one of the biggest Ponzi schemes, if not the biggest Ponzi scheme in American history, then have the nerve to say that black people are the biggest recipients of this, that, and the third. That's why I'm so glad I received this story. It literally came full circle. You will never, ever catch a black person or black people as a collective pulling stunts like this. Now, this happened in the UK. And it said they had a history of doing this for over a decade. Now, they did receive jail time, but it's still a slap on the wrist. Had they been black, we already knew they would have went to jail for a long time. It's interesting that Bernie Madoff is in jail for life for what he did, but I think it came down to who he stole money from. See, they were taking money from, I don't know, but dear white people, don't you ever fix your mouth to say something that black people are lazy and don't work. It just said right here that these people right here claim they were unable to work when they knew that they could. And dear black people, if you ever hear some bullshit like that, point them into the direction of this video. Of course, they'll still deny it and say that it's fake news, but you know how that is. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Be sure to check out the links in the description. Have your notifications turned on.